This and every show shall be dedicated to my man DJ Eastwood. Rest in peace, boy.
Rest in peace.
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on the label. Beat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Across the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. As soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They grouping soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad turd. Love
Rest in peace to the boy MF Doom. We are back.
Yeah. Happy New Year!
Yes. Happy New Year. This is the
TheFatBulCatchWreckShow.
I am the illustrious host, your boy, a.k.a. New Year, New Me. I don't care what you feel about it. I said it anyway. And to my side, as always, my man,
William Sankofa, a.k.a. I'm glad to be in the number.
Say word. This is 2021. This is the first show, and we're going to do this in season. So this is season number 2. We gave you the warm-up, right, before the new year. We took we took the couple of days of holidays off to make sure, the fan was straight and everything like that there. So we're going to, this is the new inclination of the show. They're like, this is the second season.
Second season.
So we're going to go to the second season of the TheFatBulCatchWreckShow.
Sophomore season.
Oh, I like that. Cause,
sophomore season.
That was my joint from J. Cole. I think he had a mixtape. What's up with you, man? Like, how was your New Year's and Christmas and so forth?
Holiday was good, man. Got some time to spend with my family, my immediate family. We basically just camped out in the crib, and enjoyed each other's company. It was good to see my son, having a great time and really knowing what Christmas was all about and able to enjoy his gifts. So Christmas was good. New Year's was good. Had some losses. COVID is still out there. Still taking people out of here. I just lost one of my good friends. Shout out to my man Mark Bell, a.k.a. DJ That Dude. I call him MAB, Mark Anthony Bell. He just was an all-around good guy, man. Anytime I was doing something with my music, he always came out and supported me. Even with my family has a scholarship in my father's name, he would always donate money through his truck. He had a trucking company, definitely a black business owner. He was a family man, and we coached football together. And I've known him since high school, and we've been tight, man. It's the type of dude that you don't talk to him for a couple weeks, a month, but you get on the phone and it's like no time was missed. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to shout him out. And shout out to my cousin Tasha. She passed away, Tasha Marshall. So life goes on. We on deck, as they say in the movie Life. We on deck.
Upper room.
The upper room. Jesus.
Say word. Shout out to everybody that's listening. I hope we didn't lose y'all. We just had to, everybody take a break during the holidays. Like, I ain't trying to hear that. Like, nobody's without that. I had a good Christmas. Better than most years. I don't want to go into it that deep, but this time last year, I was knocked out. I was not awake. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, I got a lot to be thankful for as far as this year is concerned. Stuff I'm gonna do differently. You know, I want to try to take this podcast to the next level. And you know, my New Year's was dope. You know, played the crib, wasn't nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Had the shrimp, had the fish, had the, you know, I had everything that I need, and that's what it is. And now I'm here now, so it's crazy. We was both sticking and looking, and you had hit me up and was like, "Yo, you heard the New Year wrap up?" Like every time we're gonna be like, "Yo, where's Uncle Murder?"
He said he's not doing it no more.
Yeah, of course.
But that's what they always say. That's what Skill said too.
Yeah, until something happens, like. With Corona, they could not drop one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I mean,
everything else that
with 2020, you could not. Yeah,
well,
you could not do that if this is what you do. And I think there's some other people that tried it too.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really even give it a chance.
But so yeah, both of theirs are out. I'm not gonna play them here. You check them out.
Yeah, we'll send the links if you haven't already.
But every year they do one. They call it the year-end wrap-up. They do it every year, and this was one of them years that they did it. As a hip hop purist, man, it was real weird to hear the news of MF Doom passing on New Year's Eve, and to hear the fact that the boy been dead since Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And I read somewhere how it's ironic that a man who wrapped in a mask died on Halloween, and we couldn't really.
Yeah.
They couldn't really, they didn't release it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
We don't know the cause of death at this point. At least I don't. You never heard, right?
No, I haven't.
So his wife just announced the fact on New Year's Eve that she didn't want to go into the new year and not, try to, let people know.
Now, was that his wishes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because knowing Doom, he probably would.
Doom is he is one of our. Like, if you if you with hip-hop, for real.
Yeah.
Really, coming from boom bap, we're going to get on the boom bap discussion in a minute, but coming from the boom bap era to anything else in between, when you was 2000s and Cash Money, if you a hip-hop fan, you know MF Doom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Definitely. He has inspired so many people that I bang with, from Dilla to Mos Def to Talib Kweli to Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt, them boys. They say they wouldn't be where they was at if it wasn't for MF though. Yeah. So MF, man, he started off Zeb Love X, he used to be down with Third Base and KMD. And he was in a group with his brother. His brother passed on. His brother got murdered. And he just kept going. But the thing I messed with Doom about, he dropped when he wanted, and he had this mysterious aura about him.
Yeah.
He would book shows, right? And you didn't know if he was going to show up or not.
Yeah, he would send his Doom doubles.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Hannibal Buress, the comedian, did a whole show lip-syncing to MF Doom. They kind of built the same, they kind of got the same physical stature. So he put on the mask, he went out there and killed the show.
Yeah.
And MF Doom was backstage. He said, "It's not about me. It's about the music."
Yeah.
So he felt like he could pick, that's why he wore the mask.
And I can honestly say that's justified because it's really supposed to be. But when you pay your money, you want to see.
And then at the end of the show, he took the mask off and everybody saw it was Hannibal Buress. So they was like, but where the hell's MF Doom?
Yeah.
Then he came out for the encore.
Yeah,
but yet and still, I paid for a ticket to see MF Doom, and he comes out for one song.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably been kind of salty.
But if you bang with Doom, you ain't even gonna be mad because you know that's how you give it up.
Yeah, but there was one show where they trashed his merchandise
because
they were upset that it wasn't him. They could, and I think they seen it early on because they could kind of tell that the person was lip syncing. So.
Well, I heard that Hannibal Buress did a good job, and people didn't really know.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't up on the crowd, he was walking the stage with the mic. There's footage, and he was killing it. But that's what the type of dude Doom was. And even on my way here, I heard an eerie song. It was Sean Price, MF Doom, produced by Dilla. And I'm like, dang, three of the most, at least for me, three of the top MCs and producers of the boom bap backpacker era all of them on a song together. All
and they
them gone
both
in 21.
reinvented themselves.
Oh yeah, yo, that's
the
a good
greatest
one.
part about it.
Maybe not Dilla so much. Dilla kept the line.
Well, with Dilla, but I'm talking about as far as the MCs.
Yeah. Rock and Rock.
With like MF Doom, he started with
KMD.
KMD. They had this hit song Peach Fuzz, which I was a big fan of that song on You on TV Raps. Then they had tried to release their second album, and got kind of pushback from it because of what was on the album cover. They were I forgot what's the name of the second album. You remember?
No, I don't have.
But they had the second album. They had a picture of a Sambo in a noose, and the record company wasn't in agreement with that.
They was like
Yeah, so they kind of pushed that out, and they dropped him right after that. And his brother had died around the same time. So Doom was, Zeppelin X at that time was kind of in limbo, and he took some time off and then came back as MF Doom.
Like, so I'm a big fan. Like, I mean, my screensaver is the MF Doom and West Side Gun album cover.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan, and you know what? I don't feel like I don't feel like posthumously he's gonna put out work, because that man worked when he wanted. The stuff he already got out now is legend. I can rock for years. It had been. So rest in peace to MF Doom, man. We and Shabba-Doo.
Shabba-Doo, yeah.
Yeah, Shabba-Doo.
Ozone,
he passed. And that brings me to a topic that Royce had brought up. Royce and Lupe Fiasco has a podcast called Royce and Lupe Fiasco Podcast. So he brought up like this thing. He said, "Yo, don't call me Boom Bap." And he kept asking Lupe, like, well, what is Boom Bap? Like, first of all, their podcast is like really, like, they just need to work on it. It's like really bland. It's just them two talking with this other dude, and it's not really, I don't know. It's just, it seems like Roy's not even caring and interested. And Roy's got a good story from being an alcoholic to his rhymes getting better after he stopped drinking, to him being like a lyricist. So I was saying to you, like, what's the different genres in hip hop?
And he's not to be played with.
Oh, he's definitely not to be played with. We played it on the show not too long ago. But like, what do you think the genres of hip hop are? I mean, obviously, right now you got trap. Right?
Old
school. You got boom bap, which to me would probably be like anything from like 92 to like 2000.
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest, boom bap. Leaders of the New, boom bap. KRS-One, boom bap.
Yeah.
You know, but Melly Mel and them, old school.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I think, and then they got kind of like emo rap.
Yeah, like XXX and Little Uzi.
But that kind of, and they got drill. Which
drill with that Pop Smoke and
which all is kind of offshoots of trap.
Well, no, drill I think is the most original sound yet.
But it originated from trap though.
Yeah, but it got darker and they put a New York twist on it. Because see, to me, when I hear trap, I instantly think Southern.
Because I thought drill started in like Chicago, drill music.
Well, drill music started in Chicago, but from what I'm hearing, Pop Smoke came out and then now it's a whole New York thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a whole New York wave with the drill.
I mean, now what categories are there now? Like, because it just seems like it's kind of all mushed together. I mean, you got underground. You definitely got the strong. There's still a strong underground.
Yeah, Euro Droog is still out there. Static Selector is still putting out stuff. Yeah. You still got like the hardcore street element with Griselda. Mm-hmm. You still got that covered. Not too much from the West these days, you know. I'm gonna be honest.
But it still sounds the same to me.
It seems like it's just down south and East Coast. Because I don't know who in LA is repping except for Kendrick. And once again, he drops when he wants.
And Kendrick is kind of by himself.
Right.
Him and J. Cole were.
Right. They're in a. But see, here's the thing. Well, with Royce saying he's not boom bap, I would say, well, then what is he?
Yeah, but
definitely I would say he's lyrical miracle.
Yeah, but what's the issue with being boom bap?
He was looking at it. He was kind of being condescending, saying, "Well, I don't know what it is, so don't call me that because I don't know what it is." He said, "I don't really know what trap is." And I'm like, yo, I could explain it to you if you want to listen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was kind of like belligerent with it, but I was just like, look, man, in my head, right? I wasn't talking to Royce, but I was like, look, you're a lyrical miracle. His lyrical style has come so far since Royce the 5'9" first came out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the bar exams. You go listen. Look, The Allegory was one of the best albums of the year, I feel. Mm-hmm. It's definitely in the discussion.
But my thing is, like, what is his issue with boom bap? Because that's his foundation.
You would think, but where did he come from? Detroit. So it's a lot of Dilla, which I wouldn't say Dilla's boom bap. I wouldn't call him. Nah, his joints ain't heavy to me. His joints are real light and airy. Yeah. Boom bap I hear is like
Primo.
Because see, here's the thing. They called up Primo on the show. So Primo was like, well, you know, it kind of started from we was doing the KRS-One album, Return of the Boom Bap.
Yeah.
So he was just talking about the sound being a hard bass drum, a cracking snare, and some wiggies, as Clint would call it.
Well, I mean, realistically, that's all old school. True old school, like Run DMC is definitely boom bap.
Run DMC is boom bap around when Down with the King came out. See, there's certain producers. Pete Rock, boom bap.
No, I'm talking about. I mean, if you
Premier, boom bap.
If you really break it down to boom bap, to like you said, the kick and the snare and some ziggies, that is.
Yeah, Here We Go would be.
Here We Go.
Yeah, that would be boom bap.
That's. I wouldn't say Down with the King, but their early Raising Hell album. And,
yeah, that would be boom bap. That would definitely be boom bap.
So.
What about Public Enemy? Would you call them boom bap?
If you're going based on beats.
See, that's the thing. Do you
first
say lyrical styles? Because if I'm thinking lyrical, Cool G Rap, KRS-One, Souls of Mischief,
yeah,
Tribe Called Quest. I call all that boom bap. This right here, Sean Price, boom bap.
Yeah.
See, I think that's boom bap. But you know, I just was saying, why is Royce taking it so hard to the chest?
Yeah.
Of being called boom bap is crazy.
But, shout out to Royce. No disrespect, but he just been in his feelings a lot lately.
I mean, you know, he's trying to build a studio and he's trying to get it off. He put a whole room and said, "Yo, anybody got a problem with Joe Budden? Let's come in and dress it in this." The new thing is Chatty House. I'm not on it. I don't know how to talk in conversations with a group of people. I tend to overtake the conversation. And that
Chatty House or Clubhouse?
Clubhouse. They call it Chatty House.
Chatty House.
Yeah. But Clubhouse is the new wave. I have not gone on it.
So you actually have to talk.
Yeah, it's like, you know what it is? It's a chat room, but
what,
online.
976?
Huh?
You're the 976 party line.
It's the party line, but with 10 people in it, and you kind of like I would open a room, right? And I would be like, this room is about the discussion on what is boom bap. So then I would invite people to come and talk in the room. Once you get like 10 people in it, it's just a bunch of people over talking themselves, and some people just want to come in there and call people niggers, and the same thing like I guess if you're playing video games, you know.
Yeah.
There's some people that take it serious and say, "Hey man, good game," and then there's the kid that's want to tell you that, "Yeah, your mother," you know, understand what I'm saying?
I don't got time for that.
Yeah. So now he's been on Chatty House or Clubhouse, defending Joe because Joe got into some things with James Prince Jr., who claims it's kind of funny, but he claims like, "Yeah, Joe, come in here with all that smoke," and Joe's sitting there like, "I don't know what you're talking about," because he gotta respect the boy because he is real street dude, right?
Yeah.
So he's trying to give him some leeway and respect him, but at the same time, Joe was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." "No, man, I just want to have intelligent conversation," you know what I'm saying?
Now, is that Jay Prince the father or the son?
No, the son.
Okay.
So it ain't even the dad.
He definitely don't want no smoke with
Jay Prince. No. But he gotta respect the son. He gotta respect the son, right? So he can't be like, "Yo, shut the F up, get off my joint." He gotta be like, "Well, what are you talking about?" nah, man, you just got certain energy when it come to these artists. I want to know if you got the same energy when it come to me. So Joe, like, I can't talk. I can't say somebody has a bad album or they put out a trash project. It's like what we used to talk about when I did the Link Up Show.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to be the type of show where we trash people's music?
Or we like every single
Or
thing.
we like Guy Fieri to everything. Oh man, this is the best sandwich I ever had.
No, that's
you know
not
what I'm
realistic.
saying? So that's what I'm saying. So I used to try to blur the line and try to be like, well, I like this about that song, because that's what Guy Fieri does. He'll be like, instead of saying, yo, this is the best sandwich I've ever had, he'll be like, well, this is definitely a sandwich. He'll be like, there's some bread here, and you got some mustard, and is that an onion? Oh, man, that's all right.
This macaroni and cheese is good, but I really don't think it needs the raisins.
Right, yeah. He'll be like, well, you know what? Some people put raisins in them, some people don't, but I like the fact that you're thinking outside the box. Like, see, that's how he blurs the line and says, and he only takes like one bite.
Yeah.
But if he really likes something,
he's going in. He's going to eat the whole thing. He's picking out the pot.
Yeah, he's definitely doing that. So it's the same thing when you critique music. So Jay Prince Jr. was basically coming at Joe Budden saying like, look, bro, I don't like the fact that you give your opinion on a certain project and these artists can't talk back. And he's like, yo, I can talk back. It's just that I don't want to, he has to give an honest opinion, because we're looking at him to do that. We're looking at him to give his honest opinion. So we are here. We are up to date. Everything is, I feel good today. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that. And through the course of being in the house for this pandemic, I've gotten into a lot of shows. Shout out to The Queen's Gambit. Shout out to Mindhunter on Netflix. That's a good one. Right now I'm into Your Honor on Showtime. Mm-hmm. Really good. The boy from the one about the heroin. The meth. Breaking Bad.
Walter White.
Yeah, Walter White.
His name.
Yeah, he's a judge and he's got a whole thing going on with his son.
I'm gonna check that.
Oh, it's definitely good. It's like 6 episodes in, but it's good. Which comes up with the topic: reboots. Do you like them? What are some of the good ones? What are some of the not so good ones? I can't think of something that hasn't been rebooted, if that's a word, other than maybe Voltron. He-Man.
A lot of the reboots don't work, but I can say one that really is working and is really popular is a reboot of Karate Kid. It's called Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And that's based off of Johnny, the bully in Karate Kid 1. Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting how they put a spin on it, and they turned it onto the actual protagonist, the bully, and made it his story.
Okay.
And they introduce, and then Daniel San comes back in.
Oh, okay.
They're
Spoiler
actually
alert.
They're adults, but spoiler alert, Johnny's life didn't really turn out good at all. Mm-hmm. And that's based on his demons that he was fighting since he was a kid, and it goes into depth of what type of person he was and what kind of family he came from and where he is now. He's kind of like down and out, like a regular character. Mm-hmm. And they actually put a good spin. They use a lot of stuff from the previous movies. Mm-hmm. Little Easter eggs here and there of if you are familiar with the movies, you'll get the jokes.
Well, see, that's like with Fargo. I like Fargo, the TV show.
Yeah.
And that's a spin off the movie Fargo. And the way they put in, like you said, they put in elements from the movie, little Easter eggs, and stuff you can. And now the thing to do, I love to watch a show, right? Then go on Reddit or go on YouTube and see people do the analysis.
They have that. Yeah.
Love that stuff.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. So
I was a big fan with Walking Dead. They did that.
Yeah. The after show. Because they even had one that came on TV. Mm-hmm. With that guy Chris something. I forget his name, but he had a whole show.
Yeah.
It was a show after the show, and I loved it. I was with you right there.
And now they even have podcasts,
right?
Because the show that I was really into earlier this year was Lovecraft Country, and they had several different podcasts. One that was from HBO, and then there was another one for all nerds, which is actually a really good podcast. They talk about pop culture and comics and hip hop and everything.
Jamel Hill and Van Lathan do one, for which I feel is the best show that ever came out, and that's The Wire. They still, to this day, they talk about The Wire, and they get intricate on. To me, I can watch that show. I'm rewatching season 1 right now. And I'll go out of chronological. Sometimes I feel like, all right, let me run season 5 down.
Yeah.
Or season 2. Or let me go back to... I'm like 3 episodes into season 1. Maybe my 4th time watching it. And I don't get tired. I find new stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And it's
crazy
love that show.
And it's crazy to go back and see how old, like, their cell phones and...
Oh, yeah.
Technology,
the technology
they're
of
still
it.
using pay phones.
Or all the actors that you see transfer to other shows and how they grow. Like, for instance, in Your Honor, Clay Davis, the guy who played Clay Davis, Isaiah Thomas, forgive me if I say his name. He plays the mayor's best friend.
Yeah, okay.
And he has the same rhythm.
Does he say it?
He doesn't say it. But
he said it in Five Bloods. He said it.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting on it.
Yeah, that's his trademark.
I was like, come on, man, say it.
He'll probably say it in that show, too.
I'm willing to bet somehow, some way, they shoehorn his shit. That's what I do when my old lady will be like, yo, man, I got shit. So, shout out to Your Honor, and shout out. So what are some of the? Because I mean, some of the classics like Sopranos, that's up there. Walking Dead is up there for me.
And these are shows that you can watch.
Oh yeah, you'll find them. I mean,
no, I'm talking about shows that you can watch over and over again.
Oh yeah. Atlanta. I just rewatched like the second season of Atlanta.
Yeah, I look forward to the new season, but that's definitely
that
show.
And Snowfall. I'm waiting for them.
Snowfall is my show. It's a really good show.
And it's an interesting show too, because even though it isn't to the T autobiographical or whatever, but it's enough to where you understand how the crack epidemic came to America.
Yeah.
The whole FBI agent, and you see how they were trying to fund a war, and somehow this young kid who was just trying to make some money, like everybody else out there who started hustling, and he was just trying to make some bread, and now he's all caught up in it. I'm definitely looking forward to that. But there's some shows like they try to bring them, but they even remade Archie and Veronica. They put out a show with Dagwood and the whole crew from the Archie.
Live
comics.
action or cartoon?
No, it's live action. It's called Riverdale, and it's all like
that's
Archie.
What,
that's what Riverdale is.
Wow.
Yeah. They even got a Jughead character in it. Yeah.
Wow. Nah, I'm good.
They
had no black folks on it.
No.
They had no Tyrone.
No, it wasn't. No Jughead.
They had no Pee-wee.
Pee-wee. He's in our country. They like high schoolers now or something like that.
It's like Beverly Hills 90210. They rebooted that.
They did?
Yeah.
Wow.
They rebooted Saved by the Bell.
Wow.
And the sister, she's not on there. She had mental health issues.
Yeah.
But everybody but her is on there.
They even brought back Screech?
They brought back Screech, I believe.
So what do you think they should do? Like, maybe, I don't know, could the Cosby Show come back? And not be the Cosby Show, obviously, but...
I mean, it would have to really be a good twist. It would have to be a good twist. It would have to be...
A Different World could probably go again.
But they brought back She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah, they did that.
They brought back... what's that?
Some you can't do, like Good Times. I don't think you could. I saw a meme today, yo. They stitched together an episode of Good Times, and they were saying James, like that James was talking. He's like, I want my stimulus check. Check the account. And you know how James was all ornery, and she was like, and they did Florida. She's like, James, we just checked the account. It's not in there. He's like, I'm tired of this. Remember when he slammed the chair against the wall? Yeah. So they took that episode, and he was like, I want my damn stimulus check. And he took it through the show. Like, yo, Yo, very funny, man. The things they do today with this
goodness.
internet, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't think they could do different strokes. You can't do it. You can't do it different strokes in 2020.
Yeah.
It's too problematic. A white man taking care of 2 kids off the street.
I mean, it would have to be a gay couple.
Probably. Yeah,
that's how they would spin it.
Yeah, that's how they would spin it.
Well, yeah. Webster,
another one. They couldn't do that. They couldn't do a new Webster. Could you imagine?
It just would have to be tasteful. You know what I'm saying?
How do you make it tasteful to have, like, and then to him to be so, oh gosh, Mr. Mama and Papa, you know, whatever he did it. He was a grown man playing that show. You need a nice little, you know, but hey, they crawled so we can walk, right?
Yeah.
So the Arnold Drummonds of the world,
and they were definitely shows that I was raised on, man. I mean, I will never forget the episode where Arnold and Dudley were about to get molested. Oh my God!
Dudley got diddled.
Dudley got
Arnold
got out.
Arnold got out
because he was giving them wine.
Yeah, he was saucing them up.
He was saucing them up.
He was like, "Hey,
but I will never forget that because that really opened my eyes to, you know what I'm saying.
I remember when JJ got BD, and that was a big episode. It was always episodes like
because Jay Leno was on the episode.
He was on there.
Jay Leno was the white dude he was talking to in the lobby when he was waiting to get a test.
Really? Wow! You put me on. I don't remember that one. But it was always something when they say a special episode of Good Times. Yeah. Parental discretion is advised. Yeah. Then you like, yo, I'm watching Good Times. I gotta see what happens. JJ gave me VD, and it was a big deal. And then it turns out he didn't. But it was like, wow, I remember.
Or how about when the boy, the deaf kid was
almost when he was about to elevator shaft, yeah.
Or when Penny
got burned by the iron.
Yeah.
See? So you can't do that nowadays. There is no way that a child is going to get burnt by an iron on a TV show now.
Well, I think they do stuff like that. I mean, they show child abuse on Law and Order. You know, in certain shows they show it. But it would definitely have to be tasteful to reboot. Some shows can be rebooted, but it would have to take some really good repositioning of the story and adding stuff and, you know, taking stuff out. And
I just want a Law and Order somewhere else. Like, give me a Law and Order Philly. Give me a Law and Order. Like it's just.
Well, I think they tried that.
Well,
I think they tried that with not
CSI.
Not necessarily different cities because it's all tied in. But they tried. They had CSI. They had Criminal Intent.
Right, but I'm saying, that's all Law and Order.
But the only one that really survived that's still on now is SVU.
Yeah. See, I was a Criminal Intent,
but they had Closed Case, and that was based in Philly, and that show was actually good.
Yeah, but that wasn't Law and Order though. That was just.
I think it was the same. I think it might have been Dick Wolf too. Same executive.
That was the one where they used to settle cases that was 20 years ago. And they was on Huntington Park.
Yeah. It was in Camden a couple times.
Yeah. Where's the guy? He got shot in Strawberry Mansion. And I was like, oh snap! And they had people out in the park. I used to like Cold Case Files.
That was my show.
Shout out to everybody who got their stimmies. I saw 3 women today. Women carrying TVs down the street.
Really?
No lie. And it instantly reminded me and said, that's some stimmies right there. Mm-hmm. It was a meme put out that they was like, Walmart got y'all clocked.
Yeah,
all the TVs was like $5.99.
They know.
Look, I said, listen, they know their fan base. They know their core audience. Yep. They know TV spike in February, March. They know TVs go up. They know it.
That's why if we ever got reparations, they shouldn't do it in straight out checks. It would have to be some.
We talking now, cousin.
It would have to be some type of tax break or something, because honestly,
you can't give all these black people $50,000 a piece. Yeah. You would want to see it.
I just think it needs to go more into a community type thing. Am I a socialist or
that's
communist?
that's socialism.
That's socialism.
Yeah.
But I think it
that's
was
saying you don't, to the people, you're not responsible enough to have this. So we're going to take the bread and we're going to give you, we're going to build a market where you'll get bread for like 5 cents. And you're going to have this over here. You can purchase a car for like $100. We're going to make it real easy for you. We ain't going to put the money in your hands. We're just going to build certain things so it's very, very, very
because I automatically think of that skit on the Chappelle show where
he's like I just bought me a baby. I can't be what do you call it? I can't save everyone. I know a lot of people would die. A lot of people would overdose. They wouldn't know how or what to do in that situation, given the fact that they just had 50 grand thrown in their lap because they were black. The same person you are then is the same person you are now, but just with money. Mm-hmm. So now you take that same kid who's robbing, who's scamming, who's going to the corner store to buy a cell phone instead of T-Mobile, right? You take that same person, they're not going to sort of get their life up and running. They're just going to do what they do, but with 50 grand now.
Yeah.
But
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we all would. I know I wouldn't.
I know, and I don't think nobody.
And I know
would.
Most of the people that I know probably wouldn't go out and buy a lifetime supply of cigarettes or 4 Cadillacs. I mean, I buy one.
Word. I'm saying, but you're talking right now.
But for the most part, it needs to go into something that's going to push us forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we all get together and put money together and invest it in something, that's different. But that's not, unfortunately, that's our problem. That's not going to happen.
Well, hold on. Shout out to Greenwood, because I set up for that bank account and it still ain't running. And I don't know what y'all doing. I'm still on the waiting list. But I've been trying to buy black. I look at your commercials. You and that light-skinned dude with the light eyes talk about, we got to put ourselves in our own hands.
Isn't there a black bank in Philly?
I don't know. I don't know. If they're not good promoters, if they are, because I haven't heard of them. But I'm telling you, this Greenwood thing was supposed to be the new wave. Yeah. Killer Mike is supposed to be a partner. I'm not shitting on it, but whoa, my bad. I'm not shitting on it, but I will say this. It's not thoroughly owned by black folks.
Yeah.
They are partial owners. I don't know why. I was telling my man this. I don't know why. Jay-Z, Puffy, Tyler Perry. You name the elites, right?
Yeah.
You name the elite, the top of the line people out here. You're around them in the room. Oprah too. Oprah. You say, look,
Will Smith.
no more going. We're gonna build our own production company, record label, and movie studio.
Yeah.
We're going to sign our artists. We're going to give them the masters. All this stuff that y'all talk about. Yo, we need this. We can't do it. Why can't they? Because money is power, right? Wealth. These are the top people. The money that they coinciding with these quote-unquote white companies, why can't we just all pull ourselves together and make one entertainment conglomerate? So when Tyler Perry wants to put out a movie, Spike Lee wants to put out a movie, Lee Daniels wants to put out a movie, he has a studio. He has a movie house. He has a distribution house. Yeah. When somebody wants to get signed, you got Jay-Z, Puffy, all these. Hold on. What's the guy named L.A. Reid, Babyface? All these people that
in a perfect world, man.
But what's stopping them? What's stopping them now?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, because they have the power, they have the resources, but
you'd rather go in with Tidal than Puffy and Jay-Z starting their own music joint? And then with the music joint, it's tied in with the record label.
Yeah,
it's all tied in together.
I just think the infrastructure of systematic racism has a stronghold, man.
So even with all that money, they still couldn't circulate, because that's why
they're not.
No, they're not. That's why Greenwood isn't 100% black owned. Yeah. Why is it that somebody, shout out to Beard Love, somebody like that can be their black owned business, but Greenwood can't be their own bank? If it was so easy, They tell us that they had Black Wall Street. We had our own money. Yeah. We had our own banks. We had our own land. We had all this, and they came and took it. Okay.
Do it again.
You made Jay-Z, make another one.
Do it again. But, history shows that if we do that, then something's going to happen.
There's a difference now. Hold on. There's a difference because...
we have social media.
No, we that, and we could stand out there with our own guns.
Yeah. We could stand out there then, too.
Nah, we didn't have the backing that we had.
We don't have the backing.
It wasn't... That was before the Black Panthers. Mm-hmm. So we didn't have that. So... Like I said, they crawl so we can run.
We had the Deacons of Defense. You remember them?
No, I never heard of it.
It was a movie, but they were these deacons that drew arms against the Klan. I don't know.
How did we?
Forrest Whitaker was in it. I think they protected their own.
Oh, they got away clean?
I gotta watch the movie.
Oh, my bad for putting you on this spot. I gotta watch that. I want to watch it.
Yeah, Deacons of Defense.
Was it like Redwood or Rosewood?
Nah, I think this was a little later.
Okay. In history,
I'm trying to think who was in it. Was Forrest Whitaker in it? James Earl Jones? But it was actually a pretty good movie. I think James Earl Jones was in it because they started out with I guess he was a guest preacher or something, and he was trying to help promote black business in the church. I hope I'm not mixing this up with another movie.
Yeah, let's pause and let's
matter of fact, we're gonna do the research and come back with it.
But I'm saying honestly, if we had Black Wall Street, we had our own infrastructure, we had our own banks, we were just walking around willy-nilly without a care in the world in this little city. Why can't we do that now? Why can't we? You get all the riches because that's a couple of $1 billion in that room. You talk about just Jay-Z, Puffy, and Tyler Perry and Oprah. Not to mention all the other people that we don't know about.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, there's other millionaires, there's billionaires that aren't in the public eye, that aren't entertainers, that have way more money than if they woke up with Oprah's money, they'd be jumping.
They be hurting,
yeah. They be hurting.
So why can't we all just pull them and say, let's get it for us? I'm not expecting reparations in my lifetime.
But listen, me either. But I think because we're the only culture, only race that does not look out for each other. Mm-hmm. I think we had this conversation before.
I think it's from the Willie Lynch papers. It starts from there.
Yeah, but even
division.
You'll have an Indian family that will come over from America. They'll get a small business loan from the government. That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, we can't get that.
And they'll open up a store in African American community, and they'll serve us what we like. You know what I'm saying? They'll save up money. They'll send money back to India and bring their other relatives over. They'll start running that store, and they'll go open a store in another
see, what I learned from that is...
And so on. Same thing with the Jewish people do it. Greek, African, everybody but us.
Well, see, the thing about that is, from what I've learned, especially from people who come over here, like let's just say Chinese stores, right? Chinese immigrants and Indian immigrants. They have one generation to get it right. So like say 2 Indians will come, a married couple, they'll come over here, they'll work hard, they'll do whatever they need to do, but their kids are going to college.
Yeah.
Those kids are going to marry somebody in their culture.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you cut off.
Yeah, like one of my favorite movies is Crazy Rich Asians.
Okay, I haven't seen that, but I like stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's a really social class.
Well, it's a show
movie.
It's a show on Netflix called The Matchmaker, where she's a Indian woman who matches Indian couples, and they're big on like making sure that this person is the right astrological sign. They make a certain amount of money, certain height, come from a good fam, and they set them up right, and they don't divorce. I hate to say it. Let's keep it 100. Yeah. There's a lot of... They keep their mouth shut. Yeah, there's not a lot of time to argue when you just like, listen, I'm going to work. You stay here, raise the kids, and I'll see you tonight. Yeah. Why? And they say, okay, babe. And they come home and they got curry chicken waiting and they ready to go. Right? So they'll stay together because in that culture is done it. Not us. You ain't telling me to stay home. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there comes the rift. So it's like, it's a difference with us because, I mean, I'm not walking back what I said, but it needs to be said. I happen to be of that, I might be part of the problem because in my head, I have to create our own entity. Yeah. We can't have the roots that we had, that systematic sense of family that all the other cultures had, even Spanish. Yeah. They don't go off the grid, man. They are family tight.
And matter of fact, the dad will go off and have kids with 3 other people.
And they all tight.
And they all tight.
They all tight.
But he still...
This is your other hermano. This your other brother. He's like, okay, that's my brother.
But I remember hearing in a conversation, a video that I was watching, that in the 70s, that's kind of when the breakdown of the family happened for African Americans, because before that was the strongest in the community, was the black family. You know what I'm saying? So once you separate the father from the family and you have a single mother raising a family, that makes it weak. Mm-hmm. Not saying that the woman is weak, but it breaks that infrastructure. Right. Where before, when in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, that black family was strong and we were thriving.
We were thriving, but let's not act like our grandmoms and some of them women didn't get hit and they wanted to leave but couldn't. Yeah. I speak to my own grandmother who went to her father at 13 and said, listen, this man want to marry me. The man sat with my great-grandfather, the same one you got, and said, hey, can you read? She said, yes, sir. He said, can you count some money? She said, yes, sir. You got my blessing. Yeah. Now, my grandmother and this dude is 23, and she every bit of 13, 14 is going to Chicago. Yeah. It didn't work. Yeah. My grandma was too much. She ain't going for that. Nah.
My Ruby.
She don't do that. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't the rift. It's the culture. Yeah. Our great-great-grandparents, they survived. They wasn't in the inner city. They didn't have drugs. Mm-hmm. They circulated themselves in the church and didn't branch out into the world.
Like I was saying, that but once you break down the family, you put a chink in the structure. The infrastructure.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, and I've had this discussion several times, we were doing better. We were doing the best before desegregation. Because we had to fend for ourselves. We had to create our own. You know what I'm saying? And then after desegregation,
we had to create our own because we didn't have nothing else.
Exactly.
But then when we saw, it's the difference of, like I say, I didn't mind using my own water fountain, but why my water fountain got to be barely...
I got to have brown water?
Yeah, our water fountain is a spigot sticking out of the wall when they got a nice round porcelain water fountain. Yeah. I don't mind using the black toilet. Yeah, but hold on, but the black toilet is a bucket versus your commode.
Yeah, but what I'm talking about like Rosewood. I'm talking about...
Black Wall Street.
That's what I'm talking about. When we had our own hospitals, we had our own movie theaters, we had our own airports, we had all of that, and we didn't need to.
We had our own pilots.
Yeah, pilots.
Yeah, no, because they flew in Tuskegee and stuff. Yeah. We had our own airport.
We had our own everything. I mean,
but why does it seem so obtainable now when we have more money and more opportunity?
Exactly.
That's why I get frustrated when people have that Black Wall Street talk. I was like, I get it.
But why can't we have that now?
We had a black president. Why did he just say, no more Arkansas? That's all black land. Everybody in Arkansas, move out. Black people taking over Arkansas. It's a nice middle of the country. We get 4 seasons, and we go out there and we do.
But I think because we're more. Our society is a capitalistic society, man.
Money is better than that.
Yeah.
You got to take care of you and yours.
Yeah, and that's.
And I'm not taking out of my bread to go inside down the Board Street bread so we can build a store. We ain't doing that. I just go take my money that I work hard for, that God blessed me with, right? I'm gonna just take that bread and just go into the Chinese people because I can go and come back.
So therefore, our communities are still in the same.
It's going to take something.
It's going to take something big, man.
I think I hate to say it, but it has to totally wipe the slate clean.
Yeah.
A meteor got to come, smack us all out of here, and let it start over.
I'm knock on wood. I don't want no meteor coming.
No, not right now, and not maybe your children's children that you never got to meet. Maybe they gonna have to deal with that. But that's the only way, because even if you go overseas, there's still that stimulus. Like there's some places when they say, if you were lived in Ireland, they was giving cats $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
It made me feel, you know me, I'm Mr. like, yo, this country is Ireland. I was salty when I was looked and seeing what Germany was giving. They're a bunch of Jew killers. And they giving their whole country 3 stacks a month.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you go to Indonesia, South Korea, all these places. They like, damn, America, we looking bad out here.
Yeah, we been looking bad.
We looking bad.
And we got a president that don't want to.
I'm hoping things will be different this go round. Mainly because when they get around the people, I think it'll be different once things get back open. Because we've been shut down now almost closing in on a year.
Yeah.
It's been funky, right? It's not been open all the way, right? So maybe the entertainment business, because it looked real weird looking at the football championship for college with nobody in the stands. It looked mad crazy to me. But then I'll turn on the fight that was this weekend and I can see like maybe 2,000 people. So I always be like, what's the difference between 2,000 and 5? 2,000 people breathing the same air or 5,000 people breathing the same air is more problematic. Like, I don't get it. But I run amok. We thank you.
Yeah, that's like people driving in their car with their mask on.
Yeah, that's weird to me. That's super. Like, see me, like there's the meme that's going around that says, when you come out of a store, you yank your mask off like Grey's Anatomy and you just went through surgery. Like, I'll be like, ugh, I lost him. I'll be yanking my man, but when I get to the door, I'm like, yeah. Because I do it because I have to.
Yeah.
But when I walk outside and I breathe my own air and I'm in my house and I'm in my car, I don't need to wear a mask. I just don't. But I got them on hand. I got car masks.
Car masks.
I got a personal that I keep in my pocket. Mm-hmm. And I got like 15 of them in the crib.
Yeah.
But you got to keep one in the car.
And
just
you got to wash them, too, if they reuse
Yes. Stop. It doesn't matter if you wear a mask, and it's the same one you've been wearing since March.
You got corona all on the outside of it. If you don't wash that mask.
Wash your masks. Wash your hands and wash your mask. This is the FatBulCatchWreckShow. I am your boy, Vic Knight. And alongside to me always is
William
Sankofa. And we want to thank you for listening. This is our first show back. This is the second season.
Yeah, this was a good show.
It was a good show.
I needed this show.
We talk, and I got your back, brother. You know that. You know I love you. You know that.
No
I
doubt.
was in a very, very, very dark place last year. Who's the first one on my line?
Yeah, man.
The first one.
Yeah, top.
You know what I'm saying? So
top 5.
Dead or alive? Well, I don't. Top 5 alive.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess up nobody.
Yeah. How things going?
Yeah. Top 5 alive. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe. Do
Spread
the whole
the
thing.
word.
We're all over your socials. We're on your Spotify. We're on your Apples, and we got a lot coming up this year. Oh,
Pause.
Couple of more weeks. Your boy getting his dentals fixed. Ooh, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for new teeth, new Vic. Y'all ain't ready for that.
AKA Pretty Tony.
Pretty Tony. So listen, these videos gonna start coming up once I get over my insecurities and get my teeth fixed, and these videos start rolling out. I keep it real with y'all.
We transparent over here.
We keep it real. Like, that's the only reason why you ain't say me, because my grill. Long story short, I passed out last year around this time, and I landed flat on my face, and there was some problems there. So that's the only thing I got to get done, and I'm back. I'm walking with no cane. Your boy is out here, easy breezy. My sugar level is at 130. Holla at me. I went from, when they woke me up out that coma, I was 1,600, cuz. My sugar was 1,600, and I'm standing here today with all my kidneys, all my toes, all my limbs, and I'm grateful, man.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to never forget that. That's why I'm making 21. This is my year, because this time, literally, this time last year, I was not awake.
Yeah.
I was not awake.
I was in Jersey skitzing because
Yeah, because we connect.
man.
We talk all the time. And
Talk all the
I
time.
MIA'd for like a month, and you was like, that ain't like him. Oh, and shout out to everybody that I reconnected with during New Year's. There's some people that I hadn't talked to in a while, and I reached out to them. And shout out to Aona, A Boogie. I love you. We're going to get together soon. Shout out to my man Christopher Valentine, who was my roommate at the time, who found me laid out, and he's the one basically who saved my life. So
Yeah, shout out to that dude.
Shout out to Chris, man. And
shout out to Specs too, man.
Yo, where you at, man?
Specs, hit us up, man.
Yo, stop playing with us, man. Don't let me come down to Fayetteville, and you know what I mean.
We need you on the show, man. We need you to come through.
And speaking of which, get in touch with me if you got anything, or me or Sanko for the page. You got anything you need to promote,
Businesses,
or anything like that? Black businesses, white businesses, Indian businesses,
Spanish.
Doesn't matter. Just come and holler at us. Everything, all promotion is good promotion, and that is what we do. We looking for sponsors, all of that. Yeah, all of that. So, and also show us your plate. I ain't getting nobody. No, we building up. We building up. We want to do that. Show us your plate. Called Fatboy Certified. #Fatboy Certified is if you go somewhere and you see something you good, you take a picture of it like you already do. Just put it on our Facebook page, Fatboy Certified. And the other one, what we say?
TheFatBulCatchWreckShow Certified.
That's what it was. TheFatBulCatchWreckShow Certified. And then the other one was
Rate the Plate.
Rate the Plate. So if you make something, you just put on #Rate the Plate on our Facebook page, and people can comment and do all that. And that's where we at, man. Yeah. So the first show of the year in the books. This is the TheFatBulCatchWreckShow Show. Hey, catch us next week. We'll be here loud and clear. Episode 8. And that's what we're doing, man. So we good? Number 7 in the books. All right, man. Peace.